Alright, Iron Danger, Shard of Time, version 1.00.31, in case that means anything to anyone. If not, read the patch notes. God damn it, they put those out for a reason. Poor community managers working on those damn patch notes. I love the voiceover so far. It's very well done and it fits the characters very well. And the one thing I'll give props to, especially being someone who also is an actor, is you know, all about studying the character and then bringing that out as best as possible. The Topi character here, this actor is freaking fantastic. Like, absolutely. He's indulging in the time that he has. He's playing around with how he's speaking, not just what he's saying, but how he's saying it. And it's just, it's so much more of an engaging character based on how this actor is manipulating the language and being confident enough in the space and time that he has with that script. I just want to point that out because a lot of times in games, we talk about like how bad sometimes voiceover is, but we never really truly hit on how good it can be as well. Or audio design, the sound design of a game. Things like that, or like just small animations that we easily take for granted because it's like, oh, it's water splashing, but this is really cool water splashing. Like, this is really insane how good this is. Oh, okay, so then she dies there, then you run back, and then you're like, okay, we've gone back, now we're gonna do dodge this way. Oh boy, okay. Okay, interesting. So it seems like sometimes in this game, the best strategy is to actually die in order to go backwards and reset it. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. In addition to clicking on the timeline, you can use the mouse wheel and Z and X keys to move back and forth. Yeah, it just feels so strange. Okay. It's like, in a way, you're like, you have to purposefully fail to win. That's at least the initial thought, but we'll see. I guess time is a piece of the puzzle. Yeah, it's interesting. I would kind of like to not have to purposely fail in order to win in a way. That just seems like a very strange strategy. It works, but it does get you more active for sure. How? Okay, wait. Hold on, game. The guy walked into my attack and it said he was out of range. How does a character walk out of an attack, walk into an attack, but he's out of range? Yeah, there's some... I feel like with this game, don't trust the visuals. Only trust the heartbeat monitor. So, yeah, it's... Don't trust the visuals here. Because what you see and what's actually happening are two different things at times. So you have to only trust the monitor. I'm already not liking this system. And yes, well, that's what I'm saying too, is that the visuals show from where you are in the moment, not where you'll be once you actually attack. And that's my point. If a person is out of range, but they walk into a hit, because that's what they're doing as you're taking the action, it should register. And the fact that it's not is I think the frustrating thing, because what's gonna happen is that the enemy is gonna hit you, push you back a little bit, you're going to be out of range, you try to swing, you get hit. You try to walk away, you get hit. So what it's gonna end up doing is creating this dynamic where you're trying to bait the person close enough to hit them. Otherwise, it's just you constantly getting hit, having to rewind, hit, block, rewind. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing already that there could be an issue, and I don't know yet, but there could be an issue where you're gonna fall into the same combat patterns just to win a fight. That's a great point. And I didn't see the... What? I don't even control her. Like, how? This is getting silly. Okay, she's okay. She has very low health though all of a sudden. She was here with full health. I don't know how she ended up with only 20 health suddenly. This way. Can I pause? Are you kidding me, game? What in the Sam hell, dude? She's gonna end up dying. Like, what is this game doing? I have no control over her. I can't... okay. That's a choice. Kill the main character when you're not able to do anything with it. That's something. Aha, sucker. How was he out of range? Literally right in front of me. How is that out of range? Again, don't trust the visuals. Just go by what the registration says. How they have the system, I feel like I'm like cheating. You know what I mean? Because like I'm getting hit and I'm just like, okay, let me go backwards and block. Oh, okay, let me go backwards and block. Cool, I won. It's not that I am cheating. It just kind of feels like I am cheating, though. It's weird. I'm not, again, not complaining. It's just a weird feeling. He attacked during my block, and it hit me. Okay, that's a choice. That's a choice, okay. It didn't even finish the heartbeat either. He just hit me within that one heartbeat. Interesting. Okay. And that time he didn't. I don't, okay. Very confused. So it's an interesting way of showcasing attack delay. Because in like a live action game, we just kind of take it for granted. We just know the hammer is slow, this dagger's fast, but the damage is gonna be different of course too, right? So that's interesting. It definitely is an interesting way of showing it for sure. I mean, I have an appreciation for the visual showcasing of it and what they've tried putting together here. The placing your different actions and stuff. One is just learning it and just trying to figure it out, because it's a more detailed way of thinking about things for sure. I will say, yeah, there is some finickiness with the system though, for sure, especially visually what you're seeing in comparison to what's happening. It's almost like a science experiment, because it feels like you have to get hit and go, oop, okay, let me go backward. You have to go backward, like, okay, nope, that didn't work. Let's experiment this way, which is interesting, I guess. I think they need a better tutorial. Yeah, a little bit more explanation wouldn't be bad. It's nice to see the visual, but to read it too, it's very foreign because it's all abstract and still until you start putting it into use. I think maybe if they broke things up a little bit more. Okay, game. The Razik was the target. I'm not sure what you were doing there. You were sleeping on the job. Hit the Razik. No. Okay, it's gonna refuse it. So the fireball is just gonna go straight through the enemy to hit the ground. Okay. Interesting. I understand that's the target area. It's just kind of funny that you're seeing literally the fireball go through the enemy without any damage being provoked or being like presented onto the hit registration there. Just hit the ground. Okay. Really? The aggro was on me and it insta-switched to him. Okay. Okay then. So let's switch this up. We'll go back to here. We'll tell Topi also to run here. Yeah, it's like, with this game, I like their concepts. I love the voiceover acting. I like the art style. And one thing I don't actually really agree with is the fact that we're just starting out and they already have things that can one-shot us. That doesn't really seem like a very good system. This is ridiculous. This is 100% ridiculous. This is a starter fight, and we're fighting something that can one-shot us and can hit multiple people at once. This is not impressive, honestly. Like, I understand you need to learn the system, but literally, Topi, my tank, can't do any damage to them because they're resistant to steel. Fire is the only thing that can hurt them. You can't trust the visuals because they don't tell you the same story that's happening here with the mechanics. Well, that's the problem. The tank died too with one hit. This is just, it's like this thing literally one-shots both characters. Okay. How is it that he gets charged and hit, but he shoots me with an arrow and that interrupts me? This game, man, the mechanics, it needs work. It's an underbaked cake. It 100% is. And I don't mean to say that in an insulting way. It just is what it is. Like, do that. No. Where the oh, for fuck's sake. It's like babysitting. Oh God, I don't want to babysit characters. Come on. Why do I have to babysit characters? No, dude, I told you not to do that. That's why I told you to walk this way. Yeah, this is like a babysitting simulator. This is a nightmare, man. Run him that way so he can dodge the arrow. I mean, I do like the sense you can dodge arrows. I think that's a brilliant concept. It's just the fact of having to rewind. Like, you've already gone with one character. I wish that you could just go, this character, now go. But the fact that you have to do one character go, other character gets hit or dies, then you gotta replay it again. It just feels like it's more convoluted than it needs to be. And I've stopped caring whether you get hit or not, lady. I just don't. I think what happened here is we're not hit by the arrow, we're hit by the fireball. But the thing is that visually it doesn't show us getting hit by the fireball, it shows him getting hit by the fireball. And so the fact that there's even splash damage coming back, but we're not able to see it, is not good. It just isn't. Seems like it should be, it feels like it should be in early access. Thus far. I'm not saying it is, and I don't mean it to be mean, because I know when you've worked your heart and soul into something, into a project for years and years and years, especially as a developer who's doing this like 60 hours a week or more, I totally get that that can sound incredibly mean. And I'm not trying to be, but all I can do is go based off of what I'm provided. Not what the work is that's been put into the game, but what I'm getting out of it and what I can see as a player to the best of my ability, while trying to understand the process of the developer as best as I can while doing that. But I agree 100%. Based off of that, it just feels like it is an early access title. And it's not. That's the crazy thing about it. I like the music. I think the art style is pretty solid. Voiceover is really good. I think the items in the world are very limited though. Like super limited. It doesn't feel like exploration is worth it. It really does feel much more linear. Like, okay, you have to walk from point A to point B. Once you get to point B, we might throw you a bone. There might be something on the ground that you could pick up. So it's like exploration is out the window. It's just walk, talk, walk, talk, and then fight a little bit. And then you get out of the fight, walk, talk. There are times with the camera too where I wish I could back up more. But you can't. Like, you usually would use the mouse wheel in games like this, but with this, it's this like stop and go heartbeat monitor system. I just really want to like back up a little bit. I feel too close. I can't see my surroundings. Again, this game just feels like every little bit is very restrictive. The camera feels restrictive. The mechanics, the combat feels restrictive. What you can interact with feels restrictive. And I want it to feel great. You know what I mean? Like, conceptually, I think there's a really interesting story here. I think there's some, a good pulse and heartbeat here. It just feels like it's getting in the way of itself. I dodged and refused to dodge. I don't know, guys. This game is not done. As appreciative as I am that I got the key from them, I really am. As appreciative as I am for what they have created thus far, it's too clunky. It's too much of a babysitting type of thing. It's not balanced right, where either you don't have enough health or they just hit too damn hard. Because literally 1 to 2 shots and you're dead. But yet this isn't a stealth game. If this was a stealth game, like the original game that I was talking about, the Japanese feudal game, that's another thing. Shadow Tactics, fine. This is not a stealth game. I cannot. The fact that you charge at an enemy, you hit them, and yet they have an attack priority so they can hit you instead. The fact of how little health you have, or the fact of how hard they hit, they're trying to treat this like it's a stealth game, where it's like, oh, well, you're lightly armored and you just got to hit once. It's not a stealth game. There's balancing issues. The mechanics are working against themselves. It's not fun. It really isn't. It makes this not fun, and it makes it not even where you can strategize because you're already dead. And you've got to like, all right, let me do this again. Let me do the same thing again. And the problem is that there's not enough flexibility in this game to make it where you can make different decisions and have it really be a game changer per se. I think the way they were hoping for it. Overall, I think this has a heart. This has a pulse. The music is really nice. The voiceovers are good. I like them. I like the character Topi especially. The concepts are very interesting. I mean, would I recommend anyone buy this game? In its state, no. I feel like some people should at least get an opinion. This is just an opinion off of someone who's played games for a very long time. So I try to do my best to look at both sides and present it. So just take it as just one person's opinion. That's it. But I cannot recommend this game the way it is. Like it needs to be cooked longer. Some things need to be figured out about it for sure.